Hi, and on today's video, I'm going to cover off MyRecover. Now, MyRecover, the company reached out to me who owns this, which is AOMEI or AOMEI, whichever way you want to cut that, reached out to me to ask me to do a review of their product. Now, full disclaimer, there's no money changed hands. They won't see the review. All they've given me at this point is a key to go and test their product. So that is basically what I'm going to do. Now, working in the field that I have over the years, I've come across many recovery programs, and I'll be honest, over the years, they've definitely improved. Now, I've been using this a little bit in the last 24 hours just to understand how it works, its kind of limitations, etc. And I'll be honest, I've been fairly impressed, and I will give you a kind of a live demo of how the product works in itself. Now, they do have two versions. They have the Windows recovery side and the iPhone recovery. I'm only going to be showing you the Windows one today. I will probably cover off the iPhone recovery one at a later date. And what I will also do is upload a blog post around the product a little bit later on my website to kind of let you know how I'm getting on, probably in a couple of weeks' time, just before Christmas, to kind of see how I've tested this, what I've managed to do to get it to break, etc. Because I think that the good thing is, and the idea with recovery tools is great with what I can show you now. But what if I delete something? And me as a YouTuber, I'm one of the terrible ones at doing this. Is I always delete videos or sections that I do in a video and think, oh crumbs, I could have done with that. And when you're starting to delete bigger files that may be too big for the recycle bin, then guess what? Generally, you can't recover them. So we'll see how this product works. And I'll probably do a few tests where, when I recorded a video that hasn't gone as well or something's gone wrong, maybe I'll try and recover one of those and upload it for my members, so the members can see those. So anyway, let's talk about MyRecover. So it works on Windows. I can't confirm anywhere else if it works on Mac, etc. But obviously this product is designed for Windows. So to give you a bit of an overview, it does have a very nice UI. It does recover up to 200 plus file types, which include like the likes of Word, Excel, images, videos, archive, emails, etc. Which is great. That's kind of what you want it to do. Restoring wise, again, it's your hard drive, your SSDs, your external hard drive, your USB drives, and we're going to test that in this video. SD cards. Now, I think that is really important because I'll be honest, if you're going to lose data, it's probably the stuff, particularly if you're a consumer, it's going to be stuff like your images and the stuff that may sit on these kind of USB and SD cards. So I think that's really important that it has that functionality. It supports the likes of NTFS, FAT32, exFAT, all those kind of standard file types, and your sort of architecture around your drive. And also, like I mentioned, 11, 10, 8, and 7. Why anybody's using Windows 7 now, or even 8, who knows? Obviously don't watch security videos often. And the Windows Server platform. And the Windows Server platform are 2019, 2022 from what I can see. Again, it does have a MyRecover for iOS, so that's really useful if you're using that. And again, it's trusted by experts, so not just myself. The likes of CNET, PC World, Tech Radar have got really wonderful things to say about it. Tech Republic, etc. So there's a few in there that kind of give you a feel for what it's worth. The store, now this is where it gets interesting, and I'll be honest, I kind of get what they're trying to do here, but I'll be honest, I don't understand the monthly side, and I'll kind of talk that through with you. And this is why you can see I'm not being influenced in any way, shape, or form. The monthly package, and this is not a joke, is $39.95, which you pay monthly, right? The yearly, though, however, is $59.95. So they're kind of almost forcing you down that yearly route. And to be honest, the lifetime, it's on offer at the moment, and I imagine this offer probably happens quite a lot. But the lifetime is only $69.95, and if you convert that into UK, with that you can kind of work out roughly what it's like. I mean, let's just pull up a year one now for an example, just to show you. I'd be paying around £64 to get a year. If I wanted to do a full lifetime license, I imagine we're probably talking 75, possibly. There we go. So 74.80. So if I'm going to purchase this, I'd buy the lifetime and all the upgrades. It's crazy, isn't it? Now that is based on one computer. So You'll only be able to run it from one device at a time. If you want a technician's license, there is the unlimited version, which you can see that definitely ramps up. But I suppose if you're in the recovery field and that's what you do on a general basis, it's a pretty good deal. It's a pretty good deal, to be honest. So the Windows recovery side, just to let you know about it, it kind of talks about the types it supports, so the all-inclusive data loss solution, advanced scanning technology, and they call it deep scan, and we'll kind of show you what that looks like. Recovers 200 plus data types, really nice UI, and this kind of gives you a very nice overview of what it supports. So it's those documents, images, videos, audios, archives, others kind of leaves it quite open, but we'll see how it does it. And again, why choose MyRecover? So it's that kind of professional and paralleled approach. It is very easy and user friendly. I will give them that 100%. I literally had no idea how to use this product before I picked it up, and it's pretty self-explanatory, to be honest. And there's these kind of feature packs. Now, if you want to go and try this, there is a freeware version of this that you can download. Try. It is limited for up to 30 meg each time you actually recover. So what you could do is obviously just do some tests like I'm doing here, and kind of work on that approach. Then obviously you start to step up to your pro and technical versions as well. So again, really, really nice approach and product. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to load it up. Now, what I've done in the meantime is I've deliberately formatted a drive, right? So this drive here is a FreeDOS drive. I know what was on this. I'm not going to tell you what was on it at the moment, but as you can see, it's totally empty. So what I did is I deliberately copied over some images, which was just thumbnails. I also put over a video of this when I did a recording of this earlier on, which I completely messed up. So I thought that's a really good way just to recover, because it says it can recover from a format, which I thought, okay, let's put that one to the test. So what we're going to do is, again, you kind of see how it goes. So you've got the PC recover and a crash PC recover. Well, I haven't crashed. Hopefully I never need to use that approach. What I might do, again, for the blog purpose later, is I might deliberately try and blue screen a machine to do a crash PC recovery. But let's hope we never need to use that. This is there, that kind of DR solution. But let's investigate what we can do with this particular drive. So it's going to do something called a deep scan. Now, bear in mind, it is running off a USB. It's not a particularly fast USB. I think it is one of those wonderful Chinese USBs, which says it's USB 3, but really it's getting USB 2 speeds. So this isn't going to read incredibly quick. So don't take the speed that this is doing this as what it would look like. Now, obviously, if you're going to be reading one of these, or you're going to be reading an SD card, would expect it to take a little bit longer to try and recover data. Now, the interesting thing is I formatted this one. So this isn't something that I've just deleted items off. I've actually done a full format. Now, I didn't do a quick format, I did a full format. So I want to see if it's able to recover it, because it claims it can. This was a Windows format. It wasn't a low level in any way, shape or form. So yeah, let's see if it can actually pull up anything. Now, at the moment, I can see 0 files, which is a little bit worrying. Okay, so bad news, I'm afraid. So it appears the full format in Windows, since Vista apparently, I've just found this out, something new, actually does write zeros to the drive. I don't think it will write it in every single sector, but at the end of the day, it's probably writing enough that MyRecover can't recover. Slightly frustrating. However, not many people will probably necessarily click the full format option or untick quick format. So let's go back and actually do this test again, but just doing a quick format with some other files. So let's grab some stuff, maybe some unreleased stuff, maybe some stuff I pre-recorded. This is clearly the recording of what we're going to look at later. So this is actually part of this video. So I'm going to grab that. I'll also grab maybe my mugs just to bring over, just so we've got a little bit of variance. I'm only going to copy because, let's be honest, after the first test, I'm slightly concerned. But let's see. We'll see. So we'll copy these over. Now, these are obviously all video files. So I don't necessarily just want to do all video files. So what I'll do is go into pictures. I'll grab some thumbnails as well. So let's just, again, we can just grab a list of thumbnails. pop them over into the USB as well. So again, let's drop that in. So we've got a little bit of a mixture of content, and maybe I'll just go grab a document of some type to put in there. There's an MP3 we could grab, and then maybe maybe I'll take my driving license, because hey, that's we don't want to lose that, do we? So again, we'll just copy them, because safety in numbers, really. And this is why it's important to always have a good backup solution, not just rely on your data sitting in there. Now, obviously, most of this will, for me, sits in OneDrive as well, so it's in other places. It's not just here. Anyway, so we've got a good set of stuff now. Now, what I could do is I could do one test where I just delete this. However, I do want to format it, because after that last test, I'm less than convinced. So what I'm going to do is I will basically now just run a format. I'm going to leave quick format on this time, FAT32, you can see, and that sort of size. And I'm going to click start. Now you can see format will erasing all the data on this disk. Yeah, it does say it's in use by something else, fully anticipated, because it's running in here. So I'll just shut MyRecover down, click yes, and then what it will do is do a very quick format. Now, like I said, it's not the fastest USB, but there we go. It's a quick format, and we should be in a good state now. So if I go into here, it's totally empty. So let's now open MyRecover again. I just boot this one up, and hey presto, we can see when we go in here, do a start scan, we can see it's going to now start to scan this device. Now, I'm hoping this time round we're going to see something a little bit more positive, because we have done what it claims, a deletion. Now, the good thing is you can probably see already, it's already found 7 files. So if we just go and have a look at what they are, it's found some videos, which at the moment it just says is MKV, so it can't quite understand what they are. It's got some images which are PNG, which you can see are starting to populate what they are. And a document which is a PDF, which it doesn't say what it is, but I'm hoping that is my driving license. So I'm just going to let this continue. But this is a lot more encouraging, that it can obviously recover from a quick format. Now, I wouldn't really expect, unless it's a proper forensic tool, anything to recover from a low-level format. So I'm not overly surprised by the first solution. But I think maybe, AOMEI, you probably need to be a bit clearer about what disk formatting it can recover from. Your website doesn't really detail enough information there for a non kind of familiar person with the different levels of formatting. So it's just something to be aware of. So it's completed the scan, and it's not necessarily named the bits that are missing, but there's basically 7 files it's found. So what I'm going to do is just click recover files, which is basically going to then ask me where I want to recover them. Now, the process is normally not to recover to the drive that you're recovering to. Here are some recoveries I've done earlier, and I'll talk about that one in a moment. But basically, if I just select folder and then recover these files, it's going to go through that recovery process. Now, it's not going to take long because these aren't particularly massive files, but they're still there. So let's click on there and we go into other missing files. You can see here we've got audio, and you see it's not quite recovered the name, but does it play the song? Let's see. Yep, so that's something I've used recently. Great. So it's recovered that. Hasn't taken the name back. Documents, PDF. I'll open that but blur it. Yeah, that works. And images, all the images I did, kind of copied over. There we are. So the Pixie with Iventoy, which is one of mine. And that mug that I've taken something earlier. And then videos, which I think is the most interesting one. Will it actually recover these videos? That looks pretty promising. So let's just play one of my cut ones back. So it's managed to recover from a quick format, quite seamlessly, which is quite in itself encouraging. Now, if we look at the ones I mentioned earlier, these are ones where I just deleted the file. So these I didn't do a low-level format. I didn't do a normal format. Sorry. And I went in and basically just deleted these. Did a shift, deleted, and it recovered these, and it kept the names. So, mostly kept the names. A couple of ones it had a few problems with. But either way, every single one of these images was recovered. So from a recovery standpoint, the actual product is good. It's good. I think obviously it does everything it intends to do. It doesn't obviously always recover the file name. However, that's probably just a lost in translation bit where it basically removes the file. Maybe somebody can answer in the comments exactly why that does that. But from a general consumer point of view, if you're just deleting or just formatting a card, most of the time if you're doing it in Windows, you are just going to use that quick format. You're not going to necessarily click on the extended format and it will go anywhere different than doing that quick format. So I think from this point, it does make it worthwhile. Now, what it can also do is recover recovered files from the recycle bin, and let's show how that works. So if I go into my recycle bin right now, you can see it's got some backups. It's also got some deleted elements of videos I deleted earlier. So these are videos I weren't happy with. I'm going to basically now empty this recycle bin. So I'm just going to delete that. So it's gone, right? All that information is gone. What I'm now going to do is go into back out. So let's go back. And then what I'm going to do is ask it to try and recover stuff in my recycle bin. So I realised when scanning that drive, I really was scanning the wrong one. I was scanning C, where realistically all those videos I deleted actually come from the D drive. And that's one thing you just need to bear in mind. If you're going to use this to recover stuff from the recycle bin, you will need to know what initial drive it was on. So when I was doing C, I was getting like the backup files I use for a video game, just which basically grabs the settings. However, I weren't seeing those videos. So I then remembered that they actually come from D, which is where I used to drop videos that I'm kind of working on. So if I go into D here, I can see them all. You can see some of them are corrupted, which is interesting. Which is a bit of a shame, but then I kind of half expect that. So bearing in mind these have been deleted, you can kind of see there's a fair few in there. There's some bits about Launchbox, small PCs video that's been corrupted as well. But let's just try and recover one of these, for example, maybe from earlier today. Let's just grab that one and then recover that one file. And again, we'll just stick it on this NVMe drive. And it's recovered that. So let's go in there now and find this file. And again, there should be a recording talking about what I'm talking about now. And the interesting, it's an MKV and it's not like that. Okay. We'll try it with VLC. No. Ooh, okay. So it's there, but not fully recovered, as you can see. So just something to potentially bear in mind. Maybe it's because I hadn't let it finish its scan. So when I was doing C, I was getting the backup files I used. Possibly. So we'll let it finish its scan, which it's still working on, and then we'll try and recover again. Okay, so I've recovered a few more files, and I'll be honest, I didn't necessarily want the full deep scan to finish because we'll be here all day. This is a 4 terabyte drive. But what I've done is just recovered a few more videos just to see if we get the same problem, because I did notice that there was multiple instances of the same video type. So maybe I was being a little bit hasty in criticising the tool's ability to recover stuff, because you notice there is a 1 and a 2 of some of these. So let's just give some of these a go. You'll notice that one doesn't work. Okay, that's not a problem. Let's try another one. Again, similar problem. Maybe this one. Okay, not good. Not good in this respect. That it's not worked very well with videos. That being said, I'll give VLC a chance with some of these. So again, it's kind of having problems with videos in the recycle bin. Yeah, definitely. So that's just something to bear in mind, that unfortunately, if you delete them via the recycle bin, you might have slightly in different ways of recovering that data. So, my thoughts on this product. Yeah, they're good. In the whole, they're good. I'll be honest, I wasn't fully expecting this to be able to cope with anything that was low level formatted or zeros written to the drive. I did kind of state early on that I thought videos might cause a few challenges. That doesn't fully surprise me. Again, it does advertise that it supports them on the website. Maybe a little bit of clarification around what it supports might help a little bit. It does state, let's have a look in here, videos, those kind of formats it supports. Now, in fairness, it doesn't mention MKV, which is what mine were. So maybe that's why. Maybe it just won't be able to recover MKVs properly, which is fine. One I did recover earlier was an MP4, so maybe I'm being a bit hasty with that. It's obviously because MKV is a container, so maybe that's why. However, it does seem to do the job. It's just making sure that obviously these file types are covered. So if you do get any of these challenges, it's worth checking this. But yeah, in the whole, like I said, the UI is simple. It's not hard to use. It kind of, you can look at the recovery partition. You can go on over drives. You can kind of pick in and pull out what you want. The beauty of it is that when you click in and start a scan, it obviously starts to do that deep scan and pulls out information, but it lays them out in really simple terms to kind of ingest. So you've got like your deleted files, your recycle bin, and then what you call the other missing files, which will be from when you formatted it. So that's kind of a nice way to lay that out in a lot of respects. So yeah, would I recommend MyRecover? Well, let's be honest. I mean, for the price point, yes. Because you are likely to just low level format. You're not going to low level format, are you? You're going to just do a quick format. You're most likely to delete stuff. It go in your recycle bin, unless it's an MKV, which we've established might have a few challenges. You're probably going to be pretty fine. Things are going to work. So you might lose a little bit of metadata around that file type, but in the whole, it's going to deliver what you're looking for. So, yeah, I mean, a thumbs up. It does what it says. I'm very confused about the pricing. Maybe they can clarify that a little bit, but definitely, I mean, I would edge towards the yearly or lifetime. I mean, the lifetime is a bit of a no-brainer. It's probably a bit disappointing that you then have to buy it separately for iOS. So I suppose that's where you probably look at the technician. Does that then work where you can have it on Apple and Windows? If it does, great. I'm pretty sure I read somewhere it was. And they've got some stuff on there, kind of bit on there. And it says, there's some other people that kind of given you various bits of feedback, which it's been good. It's a good tool. It does what it says. Just a few little nuances I've got around how they kind of explain it, but it does what it says. And obviously you've got this 30-day unconditional money back guarantee. So if you're not happy, it's no lose, really, is it? So anyway, if you have liked what we've covered off today and the video content and the direction that we're going, and please hit the like and subscribe. And as always, I'll see you next time.